Have you heard all of the hype about the Comic Sans writing productivity hack and have no idea what it's about? In this video, I'm going to tell you how the Comic Sans writing hack has made me a more productive writer, and also a bonus tip at the end of this video talking about fonts and formatting. Before we get started, if writing hacks are something that interests you, do hit that subscribe button and the little bell to get notified the next time that I post a new video. Hey there, my name is Caitlin Duncan and I am a traditionally published author and ghostwriter. So today I'm going to talk to you all about the Comic Sans productivity writing hack. This is the start to a brand new series I'm doing here on my channel, which is all about writing hacks. I'm here to share the tools from inside my writerly toolbox, which has made me a better writer over the last 6 years that I've been a published author. So the reason I'm doing this series of shorter videos is that my newest Christmas festive romance is coming out October 1st, 2019. And in September, I'm going to spend a lot of time promoting my title. Since I'm not really able to talk about much yet, I did want to let you know that I am revealing a few fun things this Friday through my newsletter, which is exclusive information only for subscribers. So you don't want to miss it. So if you're interested in signing up, I'll put the link in the description box below. So I didn't want to leave you hanging here throughout the month of September without new info about my writing process here. So I'm putting together a series of shorter videos which are easier for me to produce and also short enough for you to get back to the writing. So if you want to be a better writer and learn some writing hacks, hit that like button down below so I know you're still with me. I believe it was sometime in 2018 when Twitter was blowing up about this writing hack. I have to say I was skeptical. Writing font for an author is sacred, at least for this one. It can honestly either inspire or kill my drive for writing. Up until I learned about this hack, I was happily using the Bookerly font, which is a font from Amazon that they use on the Kindle. I thought it was lovely and it really made it look like an actual book to me. So up until this point, I did not think that I needed anything else to help me write faster. Mostly the reason for my hesitation about this hack is that I despise this font. When I see it on a product, that product is usually not something that I want. To me, it just seems so amateur and cartoony when there are thousands and thousands of other fonts that are prettier to look at. But if other writers were doing it out in the Twitterverse, I just knew I had to try and see if I could disprove this hack for myself. Writers were claiming that their word counts were skyrocketing and that they were focusing and writing more. Now, I was already pushing about 800 words in a 25-minute sprint, which I think is pretty phenomenal for me. I honestly didn't think anything else could help. So instead of internally grumbling about this idea, I decided to try it for myself and prove this horrible font wrong. So I tend to write in 25-minute sprints. So I decided one morning to sit down and try it for one day. Now in one day, I can usually do about 4 25-minute sprints. And if you're interested to learn more about my sprinting process, I will talk about that in my next video. Have you clicked that bell to get a notification yet? Go ahead, I'll wait. Do you want to know what I found? My average word count did not improve. And I wasn't surprised. But the thing that made me almost fall out of my chair was the fact of how numb my butt was sitting in the chair for so long. Somehow my brain was attracted to this font and the story flowed through my fingers like mad. This hack really improved my concentration so much. There was less of me jumping out of Scrivener and going online or checking Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. I could not believe this font drew me in as much as it did, even though I hate it so much, and I still do. In any case, I am now a believer and I still use this hack every time I sit down to write. Now, once I am done with a session, I immediately change it back to Bookerly or any font that I'm currently using because I just cannot stand to look at it for more than one writing sprint. And here comes that bonus pro tip I talked about at the beginning of the video. When it comes to the process between drafting and editing, I always change my font regardless after each steps of the process. For me, it helps me find errors in my manuscript when I'm not in the same font throughout each of my drafts. Now, once I change the font away from Comic Sans, this actually works better for me, so now it's ready to be reviewed in a different font. I also do this with formatting in the later part of my process. When I get the book back from my editor, I usually put it into my Kindle or I print it out depending on how many pages it is. I found changing fonts and formatting have sort of worked together to see my book in a more critical eye than I had in the past. Let me know in the comments below if you've tried this method and if it has improved your word count or concentration. Or if you haven't tried it, are you intrigued? If you enjoyed this video, do give it a like, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you know the next time I post a video. And I'll see you soon.